All right, I want to welcome you guys to the YPE Toastmasters, Young Professional Entrepreneurs Toastmasters Club. For those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Ray Perez. I'm the VP of Education for the club, and I want to welcome you guys. Thank you for being here, taking the time out of your day. Today's going to be really fun. We have two great prepared speeches, and we're going to have some very interesting table topics, so hopefully you guys get an opportunity to participate, or if you don't want to participate, you get to listen and see how other people do on their public speaking. And this isn't just for public speaking, this is also for the workplace, for your home. Being a better communicator is all around, makes you a better leader. And that's what really we believe here, and that's why we started this group. So thank you guys for being here, I really do appreciate it. And with that, I want to introduce the president of the club, Andres Hurtado. How many entrepreneurs in the room? Let me see your hands. How many of you like to sell? See your hands again. Okay. If you're an entrepreneur, you should be raising your hand. Because the function, the number one activity, any entrepreneur should be selling something. Because how are you going to profit? Everybody's looking to sell something, right? Now, it's like I heard somebody else say, you don't make music. Music shows up. It's the same thing on sales. You don't force the sale. You really, sales show up. Does it make sense? Are you with me? Yeah. Great, fantastic. So my name is Andres. I'm a CEO, founder of a cloud service provider. And I've been an entrepreneur for about 20 years in technology. And I really saw the opportunity to create something around here in downtown. How many of you are here, locals? Let me see your hands. From Miami, somebody that's coming from overseas or from different cities? No? Okay, most of, how many bilinguals here? Okay, most of you, some people really speak Spanish, Portuguese, French, Russian, but we are in a community that actually, we have so many opportunities to diversify in our business because we can reach, Miami is not about local economy. A lot of companies, when they establish here in Miami, they think about establishing local businesses, but it's not. The reality is that Miami is really a global economy. You can, from here, you can reach out many countries, and many markets, and many industries. Do you agree with that? So we are in a wave of economy. Where we are, right here in downtown Miami, we have a huge, huge opportunity. And this space has been created with intention, with a vision, with a purpose, to support entrepreneurs, professional entrepreneurs, people that would like to make the transfer and start going from whatever you are in your life right now, whatever circumstances are. But this is an environment that has been created for you to grow. How many of you would like to grow? How many would like to get more business, to get more customers? Right? So we are in this environment. And one of the intentions to have here is that how many of you are good presenting or pitching your product? Let me see your hands. So do you think that we need to work out in something like that? Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. And it doesn't matter if you are the best speaker in the world. But if you have it, if you don't use it, you will lose it. And this is pretty much like a gym, you know? We come over here every single, twice a month, okay, so far. But we are coming here to get trained, to get to the point of failure. Because that's exactly when we are gonna stress and expand to our capacities. So welcome to the Toastmasters, YPE, Young Professional Entrepreneurs. And we have the great opportunity, I would like to introduce you the person that is actually in charge to help this club to get started. And she is one of my best friends because now that everybody that is coming comes to this space, I consider yourself one of my best friends. Because we are like-minded people. We are looking for expand, we're looking to grow, we're looking to really get better. Everybody agree? And when you know better, better. Agree? Fantastic. So no more further ado. I would like to bring Jeanette, who is our club charter that is supporting us. Thank you. By the way, I would like to say something. I know that you guys probably can hear me without this microphone. Okay? But the microphone is not really because you cannot hear us. How many of you are in front of a microphone and it will freak out? So the whole purpose of really have the microphone here is to get used to when you have the opportunity to speak to the microphone. Okay? Thank you, Jeanette again. Thank you, Jeanette.
Definitely a new technique. It's a nice touch. Welcome to Toastmasters and Delegates. My name is Jeanette Asaba. I'm the Area 51 director, so I support 5 other clubs in the downtown area, and I'm also mentoring our young professional entrepreneurs. We first just get that chart right there. Today, I'm also the Toastmaster of the meeting, so I'm basically the MC of the meeting. I'll tell you how the meeting's going to go and kind of guide you through the parts. Entrepreneurship. That's what our theme is going to be today. No surprise with the Young Professional Entrepreneurs Club. One of the things that I've read over the years, Harvard Business Review wrote about how when are entrepreneurs most successful when they're making a pitch? And it's 2 things: authentic presence. And the thing is when we're up here and we're nervous about what we're going to say, and we're nervous about this thing in our mouth with that camera there, we have a very hard time being present. We have a harder time being authentic. But we can practice that here. Because you can fail and screw it up, and we're going to tell you what you can do better, and you can get better at it. So what it is that you want to convey can get across in the theory. Today we have 3 parts to our meeting. The first part is going to be our prepared speeches, and we have 2 great speakers I'm really excited to hear about. After that, we're going to have the table topics, which is the part where we have what they call extemporaneous speaking. So we'll choose one of our guests to come up here and speak for 1 to 2 minutes on a topic they know nothing about. And that's really, the impromptu speaking is the skill that you use most often. How often do you have a prepared speech that you have to get? You can prepare for it. The impromptu speech are the things that happen every day. So we're going to ask you to come up here and speak for 1 to 2 minutes. 1 minute minimum. Please do not leave the stage until you've spoken for 1 minute. Then we're going to have the evaluations, another very powerful component to the Toastmasters program, where our evaluator will come up and evaluate our prepared speeches. That is one of the strongest tripods in our program, is getting immediate feedback about how you did. Before we start, though, I'd like to introduce our functionaries, because this meeting could not happen if we didn't have certain people in place to make it work. The first one is our odd counter, which is on the it's all called timer. You can talk about the odd counter role.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know what is that. Okay, let me know. Okay, this is ad counting. So what exactly is a counter? So my duty will be, as a wizard of the odds, is to listen carefully for verbal pauses like ums, you-knows, ands, and so's, and buts. I also keep track of the repeated words like and, that, whatever that. Okay. I will count the number of these speaking errors for each speaker and give a report when called upon at the end of the meeting. Thank you.
The filler words are things that cut to your credibility, so it's a thing you want to bring attention to. Some of the other clubs, we have a clicker. You can bring a clicker. There we go. We're going to bring your attention to those things. Our next role, which is very important for time management, is our timer, which is Gary.
Hello, fellow Toastmasters. Can everyone say hi, Gary? Hi. So, as timer, my duty is to time prepared speeches, table topic speeches, and speech evaluations. It's real simple. The green light with the iPad, I go like this. You guys are going to see the green. That's good. That's a qualifying time. When you see the yellow, that is a target time, which you're okay. But once you see the red, then that means that it's the maximum time. I'm going to give you 30 seconds after you see the red, and then I'm going to go down and clap you off. So if you're speaking, you see the yellow, you're okay. You see the red, I'm going to give you 30 seconds, and then I will clap you off. Okay?
And just to review the time speeches, I think they're 5 to 7 minutes. This is prepared speeches, so it'll be 5 at green, 6 at yellow, 7 at red. And the table topics will be 1 to 2, 1 at green, 1:30 yellow, and 2 at red. and then the evaluators will be 2 to 3 minutes, same thing. The next role is our general evaluator, which is very important as well, and that will be Miguel.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Fellow Toastmasters and guests. Hello, my name is Miguel. Thank you for all for coming. Like-minded people doing like-minded things, like Umberto just said. I'm going to evaluate the end of the meeting, how everything went, how everyone presented themselves, and how the overall meeting is going to go. It's just an indication of future meetings, how we're going to progress, and from there, we're just going to say goodbye. Be successful, guys. Awesome.
Thank you, Miguel. Okay, so now let's get ready for our prepared speeches. And today, our first prepared speech is by Carl Smith, Toastmaster Carl Smith.
All right. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. How's everybody doing today?
Great.
Great. I'm excited to be here. Yes. 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 Good. All right. Good. Well, today I get to speak to you guys about the topic of leadership, and this is a topic that I get excited about, and it's a topic that I've been involved with for the last going on 10 years now. My journey into entrepreneurship started very early on at the age of 19 years old, and as a college student, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do in my life. And while my parents were telling me to get involved and get into the medical field, I decided to start a home-based business. And through that home-based business, I was forced to really learn, I was forced to grow, I was forced to go to training seminars outside the state, constant books that I had to read. And by my 3rd year in the business, I read over 100 books in the areas of personal development and personal achievement. I finally developed the skills necessary to be able to have some success. Just a few years after that, I was able to get promoted to a regional vice president position. And a few years after that, I really made a significant contribution to the company, generated a team base of over 5,000 distributors. We had generated over 20,000 customers and basically built just under $5 million in yearly revenue for the company. And so it's something that we're excited about. But what I realized was that through all the growth, through everything that I had to learn, the most important quality was probably the element of leadership and how to really build a team and how to maintain that team. What do we have to do to keep the team inspired? How do we get them equipped with the level of skills that they needed in order for them to have success, for them to be able to hit their goals? How do we help them set big goals and really follow strategic plans to be able to achieve those goals? See, those things were extremely important. And what we realized was that by applying and implementing this whole thing, we were able to have success not only in that business, but as I started helping out other friends that had traditional businesses, we found that the concepts were the exact same concepts that you needed, not to have success in one area of life, but in all areas of your life when it came to leadership, when it came to management. And so I got really excited about this possibility, and I got into consulting. And as a consultant, was able to help companies, business owners that were friends of mine that were having absolute dismal failures with their companies just completely turn around. I mean, we would go in and start to work with their teams, and we help them develop the skills that they needed, and we help them find the habits that was necessary for us to completely transform those businesses, help them rise above whatever obstacles and challenges that they were encountering, and have enormous successes. Okay, and I pride myself on helping people ever since. And so that's become an absolute passion of mine. And so if you were around last week, I asked you guys, if you were to take a look at the top most successful people, the most successful entrepreneurs, the most successful people that you guys know, what separates those super achievers from average ordinary achievers? What is it that separates people like that are having outstanding success from people that are just having ordinary success? And if you were there last week, you heard me say that the answer was leadership. And it's funny because many people feel that, it might be the fact that they had money. It might be the fact that they come from a family of success. I don't see, are you timing here? Yes. Okay, good.
You're at 2:52.
Minutes left?
No, you're at 2 minutes and 57 seconds.
I thought I was going to see it, so I could on track. That's fine, that's okay. And so, many people said that it's because of the success, it's because of the fact that they have money, it's because of the fact that they're talented, or maybe the fact that they're good looking. But if you take a look around, we all know people that came from backgrounds that didn't warrant any type of success. And you give them a few years, give them 5 years, give them 10 years, and they have these enormous breakthroughs. And they create these enormous successes. You might know some people that didn't have the connections and didn't have the resources. Many of these people came from different countries, couldn't even speak the language. But you give them 5 years, you give them 10 years, they create enormous successes. You might even find people that are uglier than you that were able to make this thing work and have these successes. And at the end of the day, if it's not going to be the money, if it's not going to be the resources, or the fact that you're talented or good looking, just the fact that you are an outstanding leader and have the ability to develop leadership within your organization, within your brand, is going to be the #1 factor and contributor as to whether or not you're going to have success in whatever it is that you decide to pursue. And so one example of this is someone that I used to follow early on. Is someone by the name of Art Williams. Some of you guys have heard of Art Williams before. Anyone here? Okay. Well, Art Williams used to be a high school football coach. And as a high school football coach, he decided he needed to do something to be able to generate extra income. And so he got into the insurance business. And as he got into the insurance business, he had to learn that business, and he had to learn the skills and the traits in order to rise up and become successful. And once he did, he decided to branch off and start his own business. And several years later, he turned that insurance business into a business that had developed and trained over 250,000 distributors for that company. 250,000 licensed agents that helped them get enough customers to produce $2.3 billion in annual revenue. This is a gentleman that started off as a high school football coach and years later became a billionaire with $1.4 billion if you take a look at Forbes magazine today. And what's funny is when he's asked, what was it that attributed to your success? What was it that was allowing you to have all that success? He said, man, you know what's funny? Is that all the skills and the knowledge and the resources and the attributes that I needed to become successful, I learned from teaching high school students. He said, you show me anything that wins, I'll show you a leader at work. I don't care if you are running a business, I don't care if you're running a sports team, whether it's a high school team, whether it's a basketball team, if you're running a church organization, a religious organization, or some charity, if that company, if that business, if that organization is winning, it's because there is excellent leadership at work. He said it is a skill worth developing. And for those of you guys that are entrepreneurs here in the room, for those guys that have a career where you have to work with people and you have to lead people, and you have to get your team to perform at a much higher level, I'm telling you, it's going to be the #1 attribute that you can develop that's going to give you the next competitive advantage. If you want to have that competitive advantage, it's going to be in the ability for you to develop new leaders within your organization faster than the person next to you, to your left, to your right. And so, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, I want to leave you guys with this. One of my other mentors, Zig Ziglar, says, look, in order to be successful, it's not going to be you going out there and trying to build a business. If you want to be successful, it says focus on building the people, and the people will build your business. In order to be successful, it's no longer about how great that you can be as an individual, but in this day and age, it's going to be about how great you can develop the people around you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Very inspiring speech about leadership. Such an important thing, developing relationships with people around you, very important. Our next speaker today is going to talk to us about websites, our very own Alex Campbell.
Hello, good evening. This is my first speech. Good evening. Okay. I would like to speak about the websites. Okay. All of us, we know we are travelers, so we know that to have a killer website is very important to have a presence out there. Okay. It's like your face, but on internet. It's like your face. Put your service, your company out there, so everyone can see your face. Okay, so two important things. The one thing is when you are in the role of a visitor of a website. Okay, so when you are looking for something, you are visiting a lot of websites. For example, I don't know, you type here in Google, and you are looking for some product. Maybe you visit 10 or 20 websites in a research. Okay, so how many of those websites are really valuable for you? How many of those websites you can remember the next after that? maybe not. Okay? And why is that? It's because a lot of websites are just templates. A lot of websites are so boring. So this speech is about how to have a killer website with 7 tips. The first tip is about responsive. This is a feature that allows your website looks fine, looks clearly, looks understandable on every single screen size. Okay. Nowadays, people is surfing the web in laptops, in tablets, yeah, even on TVs. Okay? And that's not a problem because it's large. Okay? It's big. But the problem comes when we are on this kind of devices. Because if your website is not prepared for that, it's too small to read it, to understand, to do a click. Okay? So if a visitor comes to a website and is not prepared to be seen by these kind of devices, like phones, it will be uncomfortable. And maybe the most probably is that this person is going out. Okay? So this is the first one, and it's very important. It's like something basic right now. The second one is about clickable phone numbers. We call in HYS Miami, there's my company, we call this feature clickable phone numbers. And what is that? What is the principal function of this device? Someone, please.
To be able to connect, yeah.
Yes. It was made to do and receive phone calls. Okay. So why are you denying the possibility to the visitor to make a call to your company through this? And it's very common that you put your phone number, the phone number of your company, but it's not clickable. So the people has to copy and paste it, or the people has to try to remember. Okay. And again, the people, if it's not comfortable with something right here, right now, the people is going up. Okay. So clickable phone numbers are basic. The third one is about trying to, okay, typically a website is a one-way communication system. Okay? It was designed for deliver content. Okay? You can consume content. But it's not designed for go in the other way. Okay? So a good way to do that, to get that, is try to put an instant messaging system like chat inside your website. So now you have the client, the visitor, you got it closer to your company. So it's important too. The fourth one is about human. Okay, obviously we are humans. We can connect better with person, with people. Okay, so don't put a lot of information like for example products or services. Better you can put people consuming those services. Okay, or using those products. So it's important to try to change the perspective. The other one is about benefits, not features. For example, you can sell a window, you can sell a department, and this department has windows with 4 millimeters of white. But why is that important? It's important because you're going to be isolated from weather, isolated from noise, for example. So that's selling benefits, not features. Okay. The next one is about animations. As at the beginning of this speech, many times the websites are boring, okay, and your brain is done to connect with motion. So it's important that you include not just text and images, even motion, animations, graphics. Okay, it's very important. So, and the last one is about video testimonies. It's not the same when someone says, okay, my product is the best. It's better when someone, a third party person, says, this product is amazing. So, those are 7 killer tips, and I really hope this will help you for you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, very informative. Great speeches today, very informative. Now on to my favorite part of our meeting, impromptu speaking series, where we have our table topic master today, Anna, who's going to find some, sometimes I say victims, I'm just saying victims. It's exciting.
Volunteers.
Volunteers.
Leaders.
Yes, yes.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Great.
Fantastic.
Say go to the ladies first.
Ladies. All right.
Okay. Table topics enable a member to develop the skill of impromptu speaking. You can think the table topic speech as an mini speech with an opening, a body, and an end. It provides speaking opportunities for any member who is not on duty and in the meeting agenda. Each speaker is required to speak minimum of 1 minute, the maximum of 2 minutes. Gary is gonna show you the timer. Will you show them?
Yes, 1 second. Yeah, as you guys are speaking, you guys are gonna see the iPad, so it's gonna be right there. How did you do it?
So for the first question is the first one is define an entrepreneur. Define what is an entrepreneur. Like to talk. We don't have any. I mean, volunteer before.
Hold on, volunteer.
No.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Randy. I just did this to break the ice. I do have a role. But if I was to define an entrepreneur, sometimes I'm in Miami, so my accent sometimes kicks in. But it's you guys, it's you here, it's innovation. It's you bringing yourself into a setting where my idea, your personality is going to bring out the best in everyone else. Okay? You might have something interesting to him. He might have something interesting to her. We gather together. We talk to everyone. That's an intro. And you might have an idea. Somebody might know how to develop it. Somebody might know how to abundant it. All as a group, you come together. That's an entrepreneur. Please, if you see yourself that you're stuck, seek help. That doesn't mean that you can't do it wrong or you're just not good enough. It means that you need help. I don't know if I heard this before, but there's no I in team, right?
Mm-hmm.
An entrepreneur delegates, helps others, inspires, and so gets inspired too. Everyone, please, if I have to define an entrepreneur, it's everyone here. Thank you.
You like it?
Yes.
Perfect. So the second question would be, who is your favorite entrepreneur and why? Who's your favorite entrepreneur and why? Do we have any names of ladies? Ladies? No ladies? Okay.
You're gonna die. All right.
Thank you.
Who's your favorite entrepreneur and why?
My favorite entrepreneur, I would have to say, is Steve Jobs. I think the way he has innovation, creativity, he always was constantly pushing the level. I think if the majority of the room here are proven that he has. How many of you guys have Apple?
Yeah.
You guys. He's always constantly changing the barrier. Ever since he started with Apple, everybody was against him. And I think to be an entrepreneur, you always have to be able to push the level, always have to be willing to be going against the crowd, because when you do that, that's when you're going to push yourself and actually create success and create a masterpiece. And I think that's what he actually has created. He's created a way that we can actually FaceTime. He's created so much thing that Apple now is one of the biggest competitors in the industry. And that is someone that I admire, someone that I think after he died was someone that really hit hard in the whole economy. And that's someone that inspires me on a day-to-day basis. So that's who I would say is my favorite entrepreneur.
What do you think is the most or are the most important skills an entrepreneur must have? Why do you think are the most important skills an entrepreneur must have? That's do you realize I'm asking, I mean, the term is entrepreneurship.
So, angels, thank you. Now, with the mic, I feel like I should be able to, do a singing rendition or something. Yeah, I want to continue being friends, so I won't. I'll spare you. The biggest attribute an entrepreneur should have as skill is leadership is one of them, and being able, and the team behind you, right? Because, and when I say team, I'm an entrepreneur, but I don't have employees, but I have partners. And my partners, I am nothing without the people that I rely on in order to accomplish my goals. So I think that is probably the most important. That is the most important skill, right? Being able to convey your thoughts to the people that are going to help you. That's pretty much it.
Do we have more time? Okay. So the next one is creativity together combined with entrepreneurship. Do you think creativity is important when you are an entrepreneur?
Yes.
Why?
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. Yeah.
I believe that creativity is extremely important in entrepreneurship because generally you're trying to take old problems and create new solutions, right? So you have to be able to think outside the box. You have to be able to sometimes get people on board with your new or innovative idea. And I think that you have to inspire people. There was not an Apple before, but like she said, Steve Jobs took an idea and he ran with it. He created, he started a revolution. So that's why I think that creativity is extremely important in entrepreneurship, to inspire people, to push the envelope, to get people on board with your new idea. And that is all, and I have a lot of more seconds, so I'm just
Teamwork. Is it teamwork important as an entrepreneur? Why? Why?
No pressure. No pressure.
Race under fire.
teamwork is a collaborative effort. What's the question? Why is it important?
In entrepreneurship.
In entrepreneurship, because in order for someone's dream to be established, sometimes it can't be done by yourself because there's so many different aspects that you have to make sure that you that you focus on. There's no team with eyes in me for them. Yeah, so I think a team is important with, you know, motivation, yeah. Motivation is very important, so only you can get that through a team.
Define vision as an entrepreneur. Define vision when you are an entrepreneur. It's my year. Not yet. All right. May you please repeat the question?
Define vision.
Define vision. So, vision. Vision is it's the big picture that you have to, for any idea that you want to make happen. For example, like let's go back to the example that she said about Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs before he came to even make a business plan for Apple, he had to have a vision. I think every entrepreneur should have a vision. If you want to make something happen and have an idea and trying to expand, the first step is to have a vision. Then with the vision comes teamwork, creativity, and everything else that comes along with it. But with no vision, there's no business. It's not any money that's going to be made. So vision is just the big picture. It's just something that you should just. It's nothing, and nobody gives it to you. Everybody can show you how to have creativity, how to manage a team, how to be a leader, how to have courage, honor, and all this extra things. But vision, it just comes with something that you have within. The vision just comes within. Doesn't matter, like he was saying, you don't have to have any resources, you don't have to have connections or anything. But with the vision, everything else comes along. If you don't have any vision, then maybe you're done. You don't have anything. And you might as well not even finish it. That's it. Passion. You have to be passionate about what you're doing when you are an entrepreneur. And you have to like me.
Or behind you.
Yes.
I think that passion is really important because mostly if you have your own business, you're going to be sleeping in it, you're going to wake up to it, it's going to probably be the last thing on your mind. And if you don't have passion, could you imagine running a business that you just don't like? You're going to have to deal with it 7 days a week because you're the one involved in growing. So most important thing that you need to see is that when you're growing a business, you gotta be passionate. You gotta say, you know what? If I wasn't even paying a penny, I would still do this. But guess what? They're paying for something. I'm gonna just say that. And those are one of the things that you have to focus on. When you have passion, you gotta be able to radiate. You walk into a room and people just know that you're all into it. Because if people know that you're passionate about what you do, you're gonna sell it without even talking about it because they're gonna just feel like your energy. And with energy, I gotta talk about Gary. Gary is passionate. First time I met him, I felt his energy. It's because he loves what he wants, loves what he does. I didn't even know at first what he did. But when he just spoke to me, I just felt his energy. Why? Because Gary's passionate. I could tell. And then after that, I was ready to listen to your message. So it's important to have a passion because people will feel it and it will vibrate all throughout the room. So that's why it's important to have passion as an entrepreneur. Thank you.
Thank you.
So thank you all for your important speech. Now I return the control of the meeting to the Toastmasters. Yeah.
Great table topics, really exciting. And very interesting that you got a lot of good pieces of information regarding what you're doing now. I think entrepreneurship, people think it's just about sales, but it is about passion. It's about selling what you believe in. Because I know when I've been approached by a salesperson, if they're not really passionate and wanting to help me, I'm going to listen to them. So I think this is a good place for us to learn how to do that. Okay, the next part of our meeting is our evaluations, which again is a very important part of the meeting. They're going to get really concrete feedback to our prepared speeches. So we're going to start with our first evaluator, which is Billy, who's going to evaluate.
I'm going to focus on three things. First of all, before I go on 3 points, he talks about leadership, which I think is important, not only professionally, but also in our personal lives, so that we can lead our lives to where we want to go, personally and professionally. This is kind of the feeling that I got from this conversation, his speech overall. And he mentioned 3 things: Art Williams, Zig Ziglar, and building a team that will build your business. And when he was talking about the coach of Art Williams, one of the things that I saw was that the simple idea is coaching the team, and then using the concept of coaching the team to apply that to any business that you're in, where I'm guessing Art Williams saw everybody as a football player, in my opinion, and says, this is my quarterback, and I'm sorry, I don't want to switch my football. The rest of the players. And he made sure that he trained the team so that he could build a business where he was able to go up to 250,000 distributors. Those details and numbers make it very concrete and easier to understand when he's talking about Art Williams. And also we look at Zig Ziglar, where if you build the people within, they will build the business for you. And one of the things that I believe, I mean, just looking at the group that we're here in Toastmasters, we've been trying to develop this since January. We wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for all the e-board members and continuing to move it forward. We're helping build what you see here today, and because of that, we're growing. And we're almost ready to chart, so I'm so happy. And I believe that what you were talking about, it just caught me in my attention. I agree. If you build the people, you build the business. And then the last piece here that I see is how you shared your story about self-development. How you finally decided, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to start a home-based business. And I'm going to focus and get educated and do whatever I need. I listened to that, and I hope that everyone just takes that in. It's amazing that we live now in the 21st century, where any of our interests can be made available. And when he said that he was able to pretty much teach himself, and I'm sure that you had people assist you and mentor you, but the fact that you can self-develop is amazing. So those 3 points I love. 2 things that I saw, another 2 things on improvements. When I first saw you come here, I saw you a little bit nervous. I see that you were trying to get your feeling towards the conversation, and eventually, after 30, 40 seconds, you kind of warmed up and were able to continue. So I thought that was good. Maybe one of the things that you might be able to do is, if you have any nervousness, one of the things that I do is be able to practice before or after. I'm sure you've spoken about this before, but I don't know, just feel more comfortable. But eventually, one of the things that I saw was really interesting. Your natural voice came up, and I felt that you were in your own voice at the end, from the middle to all the way to the end. I felt like I could really hear your voice. The other thing is, I saw you moving around a lot, and I thought it was just slightly distracting. Not too much, but it's you were just kind of just moving and moving, and I never thought like you were focused on any specific part of the room. Maybe I wasn't watching all the time because I'm writing a lot of notes, but when I was seeing you, I saw that. Overall, one of the most, in summary, you know, Art Williams, Zig Ziglar, developing the team. I think that all these components are important for the leadership development. And I believe, like you said, and it really caught my attention, that there should be success in life and also success professionally. And again, how we have access to all these books and all these readings, I feel that if we can figure out what our vision is as an entrepreneur or professional, as a person, that we will be able to get to where we want. And I'm glad that we're here, and I'm glad that you were able to speak, and let's give him a hand of applause. Thank you.
Good job. That was a great speech. A couple points. A couple points. You did have really good body language. You seemed to be really comfortable when you were moving up here. Your tone was good. A little vocal variety, maybe some drama in it, especially when you were giving some of your stories, maybe just to add, just to enhance the message. And maybe a structure where you maybe have 3 points for 2 characters and leave us with a call to action. Because you are a dynamic speaker, you're very charismatic. So use that and make it so you really enhance your speech. Because you can talk. Obviously, we know you get up here, you talk, you're comfortable, but make your speech more powerful by structuring it really well and leaving us with a real powerful call to action. Okay, good job. Our next evaluator is Ray, and he's going to be evaluating Alex's great speech.
Thank you, Jeanette. Welcome, fellow Toastmasters, and most importantly, Mr. Alex Ocampo. I really want to acknowledge you, first of all, for not being a native English speaker and standing up here for 7 minutes and giving us a speech. So I really, really want to. I mean, you got to imagine, it's tough enough to get up here and speak in your native tongue. Imagine doing that in a second. I don't think I could actually do that in Spanish if I tried. So that's really, really important, and that's one of the #1 things that I think you did a great job. I also like the fact that you broke it down into points, into tips, because it made it very easy to know what we were expecting. I was actually counting down, because there's 4 more tips left, okay, there's 2 more. So that was great how you broke it down into categories. You were very precise and direct with each one of the tips, which was, I found was valuable, because then I could actually take notes and I can actually use that information, which is one of the most valuable things when you're giving a speech. If you can provide value to your people, that they can leave from listening to your speech and actually implement 1, 2, 3, or several things, 7 in your case, that makes you even more a powerful leader. And that makes your credibility go up. And that's one of the things why we're all here, because not only being a better communicator can help you in your business, but it helps you in the world in general, in the way that people perceive you. Because whether you realize it or not, the moment you are standing in front of a room and you are having photos taken of you, or you're on the big screen, people, your perception changes. So I want you to understand, just by getting up here, the perception of who you are in the world of website development changes, opposed to all the other web development companies out there, which I'm sure everyone in this room knows multiple web developers, web designers, and they're not even the greatest to work with. But if someone who comes up here and gives value, that's very beneficial, okay? The 2 things that I think you can work on, obviously, is your grammar, your punctuation, and the use of the English language. So you might want to practice. So if you know that you're going to be giving a speech, you might want to practice the points and how you're going to be saying each one of these points. The second thing is the close. Close is so important in any speech. Your call to action. Every speech, every time you get up and speak to someone, there needs to be a call to action. I realize sometimes we forget to do that when we say thank you very much and we're off the stage. So the most important part of the speech is the very close, when you give people a call to action. So in your case, I would have said, if you'd like more great tips
like these 7, or if you'd like to take your website to the next level, et cetera, you can visit us at, or you can give us a call or send them some. Because now, some people in the room are interested in you helping them with their website, and guess what? They don't have your contact information. Got it? So one thing that is memorable to me and I will never forget is the video testimonies. And the reason that that hits home to me is because I have a video production company. All I do is build trust and credibility using the power of video. That's why we have photographers, that's why we have a live stream, because video is so powerful. So the fact that you hit on that point, that video testimonials are one of the most important things on the website, validated what I do, and makes me feel that other professionals in the industry understand and are doing the same thing that I'm teaching my clients. So that makes me feel really good. So thank you so much, and thank you guys for your time.
Yes, Alex, that was a great speech, and I also like that you had 7 points. One of the things that I noticed though is that you kind of focused yourself here when you were speaking. You kind of neglected this side of the room, so just you want to kind of pay attention that you're making eye contact. And I know making eye contact can be kind of nervous. So what I learned a long time ago is kind of looking at the tops of people's heads. So you're not really, it's just a way of not making you nervous. Sometimes when you look at nervous, you're not making you look like you're so nervous. Okay, the next part of our meeting, now we need to evaluate the meeting. How did we do? How did it function? For that, we have our Miguel, who's going to be our general evaluator to tell us how to do.
Thank you all. Entrepreneur. Did anybody get the message tonight? Does anybody have any doubt that they spoke about entrepreneur and what it meant, the different phases? So this was an effective meeting from the very start. A very confident speaker who gave us his persona. Remember, everyone here has to sell themselves. It is my responsibility to come to you. This meeting here is responsible to bring out the best in you. And I think you guys will do it. I thank you very much because, like he said, it's very hard just to come in here and just try to talk. But when you're doing it on another language, that takes courage. So my hats to you. Everyone here with the table topics, including this young lady here. You took the courage to come up here. See your peer. Face it. I like this meeting. It's called Mastermind Toastmasters, so everyone can master. Everyone can feed off of each other. We've got a lot of great entrepreneurs with a lot of great ideas. This meeting was great from the very beginning. I really appreciate it. I wish all of you can come back and make this even better next time.
Actually, we need to call for the reports for the functionaries. So we need to call for our timer or not. Miguel has been turning this over.
Okay. Either our counter was on this. Yeah. Can you tell us about it?
All right. Thank you. This is going to be really, really fast. Yeah, because we are pretty much out of time. So, Alex, I'm sorry, Carl, you speak about leadership. I cut you 7 hours. Okay. Alex, well, I count 20, 25, something like that, but obviously English is your second language, so totally good. It's just about practice, keep developing that. Okay. In table topics, we've got Stephania, I count 3 arms. Nelson, I got 5 arms. Simon? Sierra? Okay, sorry. Those messages work. 5, I count 5 arms. Tracy, 5 to 7. Okay. Aline, 8. Wilbur, I count 4 arms. And 6 on to your evolution. Right. Thank you. Who's next?
So timer.
A timer. Would you like to do your timer report from there?
Yes.
Just 10 minutes over.
Okay, so Carl, from 5 to 7 minutes, you came in at 6 minutes, 48 seconds, and 14 microseconds. So good job. Alex Campbell, you were at 6 minutes, right on the money. Great. Miguel, 1 minute, 18 seconds, and like 54 microseconds. Stefania, 1 minute, 5 seconds. Very good. Nelson, 1 minute, 08. Very good. Sierra, 1 minute, 03 and 24 microseconds. Very good. Tracy, it's funny because I was Yeah, I was like your life support for a little bit, right? Stay there, Tracy. And you did it for 1 minute, 08, and 19 microseconds. So big applause for Tracy. Aylin? Oh, Adam, sorry about that. 1 minute, 47 seconds, and 38 microseconds. You did very well. Willie, 1 minute, 34 seconds. And thank you for those kind words. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for those reports. Okay, we'd also like to ask our guests how did you experience it? How was your experience?
It was amazing. I felt everybody's energy. I felt people's passion, and I tried to suck it out. It was awesome. I learned so much. I had my little notebook, and I had to take notes. And, I just wanted to, it just inspired me to just, push forward and go home and, start writing and jotting down and, putting my vision on paper, So I thought it was great. And every speaker was awesome. I took a piece of everyone today, and thank you for that.
We also have some guests that are visiting us in Google Hangouts. Would anybody like to share? Go ahead, Andre.
All right, fantastic. Thank you, Jim. All right, I would like to give a few guests that we got online. So, Jess, are you there? Can you hear me?
I have a very awful connection, so I'm not quite sure if you guys can hear me okay. And I had the hardest time trying to hear all of you, but from what I picked up, it was such an amazing thing to be a part of. It is the first time that I ever joined, and I hope it won't be the last, and I hope the next time I could be there personally. And like one of the guests said there, it is very inspiring to hear everything that you guys said.
Thank you, Jess. Just to let you know, Jess is actually from Bolivia. Is actually connected from Bolivia. Okay, and she's a great professional. She's doing virtual assistant. She's an expert in social media. She does a lot of great job, and she's actually connected from Bolivia. So imagine that actually the world has changed. So we have great opportunities. This is not about the public speaking that we're going to have here, because we're going to develop the skills to really communicate to the world. The world is crowded than before. So it's your must to become a better speaker, a better communicator. Okay?
And one of our members, Daniel's on there.
Daniel, but we don't see Daniel's face. Daniel, are you there?
I don't know yet.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Hey, what's up, Andre?
What did you think of the meeting, Daniel?
Excuse me?
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Say hi, Daniel. Hi, Daniel. All right, take it away.
All right. Actually, I don't know where he's. Daniel, what is he?
He's on the road. He's back connection on the phone.
All right, he's back connection. Perfect. So it's better connection from Bolivia than on the road.
I would disagree, but
yeah, fantastic. Thank you, Jess. So listen to this. I want to really get into what exactly is your possibility that you have here. I participated in Toastmasters back in 2013. 2 months after I started Toastmasters, I get the opportunity to be called by the president of Guatemala to give a speech to 2,500 people. If I were not in Toastmasters, believe me, I couldn't lift that weight. This is about how much weight can we lift, because the opportunity that I got was really enormous. And this is exactly what could happen to you in any opportunity. Do we have the opportunity to speak in Telemundo? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. So we don't need to wait. I mean, those opportunities are going to come to you. But you need to be ready now. You don't need to wait and get it done and maybe just wait until the opportunity arises to be ready.
Yeah.
So you need to get ready now. So how many of you see value in this training and development? Yeah. Let me see your hands. How many guests are new people actually that would like to really see the opportunity here? So the invitation is really clear. This is the club, the Toastmasters Club for young professional entrepreneurs that we would like to develop. You're going to develop your skills with us. And this is a great opportunity that we have to develop those skills and be a better communicator in downtown Miami. But this is not just about Miami, as I said. This is a global expansion. This is how big your business can grow. Okay? Any questions? Any more guests that would like to add another feedback? What's your thoughts? What about this, guys? Guys would like to say something? It's all good?
We're good.
You're good? Okay. Okay. Okay, he drugged you, he kidnapping you. I got you. All right.
Basically, everyone. I mean, I like what I heard. Everybody was like right on the point, very precise on what they were talking, and I really like that. I've been in a Toastmasters session before, it's in Spanish, so this is my first time in English one, which is kind of encouraging for me. So I appreciate myself as speaking good English. I know that.
Right. So I would like to say that this is also an opportunity to practice both languages. Okay. This space is facilitated for you to really develop your business communication skills.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, fantastic. Okay. Anything else?
Well, we need, for our next meeting, which is June 20th, we're going to need some speakers and some evaluators and for other people to fill the roles. So please see me so that we can have our agenda filled and prepared. Okay?
Yeah, this is a great opportunity for you to participate, to be part of the as officers, to be part of our team, to start expanding this organization. And obviously, this is a very exclusive club because we want you to develop your skills, to develop your sales pitch. You're going to start developing your businesses as we do on any business network organization. Okay? Ray, would you like to add something?
Really quickly, because we have this space till 8 o'clock, and they're so gracious enough that they asked us to leave right at 8. So, like Andres said, this is not only the safe space for you guys to practice your business communication skills, but it's also a great networking opportunity. We do a happy hour at the end of the month. The last Friday of the month, we host a happy hour for all of you guys, your friends, coworkers, anybody you want to make a social experience so that you guys can network and make great contacts. So we'll remind you again, we'll send out emails to everybody. It's the last Friday of the month. It's usually in Brickell, the downtown area. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so let me see. How many of you see real value in business communication skills if you participate here? Let me see your hands. Okay, so Wilbur is going to pass out those applications to you, so please fill out the form, and we will discuss follow up exactly what will be the next step for you. Okay, so with that being said, I really say thank you so much for the opportunity, and it has been my honor, my privilege to have you all here. So if you would like to be part of the team and expand this team, please see us, and we're done. Thanks so much. Thank you.